So, the cast for Survivor 50 has officially been announced, and it's good. For the most part. Of course, there are a couple of questionable picks here, there always are, but I'm perfectly content with this cast. That being said, I have some unfinished business. A while ago, I released the 6 Degrees of Boston Rob, where I applied the popular Kevin Bacon Degrees of Separation game to Survivor, using Boston Rob as my stand-in for Kevin Bacon. I'd recommend watching that video first before watching this one, just so you know what's going on. Anyway, in that video, I determined that the max degrees of separation to Rob as of Survivor 46 was 3, and that the likelihood of anyone in the future getting a 4 was low. Is that still true? Well, let's find out. Not much changes with our pre-40 reps. Cirie, Colby, Stephanie, Coach, and Jenna had previously played with Rob, so their scores stay the same. Ozzy, Aubrey, Chrissy, Mike, Angelina, and Christian already had scores of 2, so no changes there. Devins is our first update. He was previously a 3, since all the captains on his season were 2, but now that he's getting the chance to play with those with 1s, he is now granted a 2. The rest of the EOE cast remains unchanged. That just leaves our new era reps, which, if you remember, all had null scores previously, as none had yet had the chance to return, but that is no longer the case. For all of them, the story is the same. Jonathan, Emily, Dee, Q, Charlie, Tiff, Genevieve, Kyle, Joe, Camilla, and our 2 undisclosed 49 players, rumored to be Savannah and Rizzo, all now have 2, which means that everyone else from their seasons is 3. So I guess that means our dream of a 4 is still out of reach. No, that can't be. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Something important. But what could it be? Wait, that's it! Bruce! Bruce! He played a single day in Survivor 44 before getting medevac, but that's all it takes. So 44 becomes our first and only season to have that illustrious 4. And honestly, I can't think of a more fitting season to have this honor. Well, there you go. Now the only remaining seasons with null scores are Island of the Idols, Survivor 41, and Survivor 43. Here's hoping the next inevitable returnee season remedies that. And here's hoping Survivor 50 is a banger. I personally have faith in the cast and crew to deliver, but we shall see. Before then, however, we still have to get through Survivor 49. See you in the fall. Have a good one. Also, we were that close to getting Penner back for 50. Are you freaking kidding me?